Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a shopping experience. So today I'm looking at shoes, and what I have currently, I have some Skechers. They are the Ultra Flight and pretty much just a tennis shoe. I like those especially for walking. But my main shoe is the Pro SL Carbon, which has the carbon on the bottom. I have some ideas on what shoe I'm gonna buy, but let's actually just go in and check it out and see what's there, because I'm brand agnostic right now. I don't care what it is. I want something comfortable. So let's go see what we can find. And today our shopping experience is going to be with Golf Galaxy. Hopefully they have a good selection. Let's see. All right. Starting off with the Callaway Coronado version 2. Looks like it has removable spikes, and that's one of the things I'm looking for is actual spikes. Waterproof microfiber leather upper. Okay, so this is how she looks. Let's see how she feels. So just to give you kind of an update not an update, but some impressions from shoes from me, is I'm looking for something that's really comfortable around the ankles and that's comfortable around my toes, because I have a very narrow foot, and one of the challenges that I have is that it bunches up. So the initial impressions, the Callaway is pretty comfortable around the ankles, but it's scrunched up in the toes. I already tried the 11 on, and it's just too big. So walking 18 with this, not gonna happen. So scratch this one off. All right, so next is the Adidas Tour 360 22. And it's this guy. It's pretty slick looking. I like how it looks. Everything I'm looking at is waterproof, so let's slip this bad boy on and see what it feels like. Okay, looking down at it, I mean, compare my two shoes. Looks like I have a big boat on my shoe, but it's pretty comfortable. It's pretty comfortable. Bunches a little bit across the top. So that's one of the things I really look for, is how bad it bunches, just because of how narrow my foot is. But I would say this is a contender. So Adidas Tour 360 22. You are a contender. Congratulations. What's next? All right, so you got to give homage to one of the best shoe makers. This is the Air Zoom Victory Tour 2, and that is quite the bottom. I don't know how much stuff is going to get gunked up when I'm wearing that thing. Let's see how it feels. Still, it's bunchy in the toe. It just feels really tight down in here, even though I have the right amount. And that's sometimes the thing I find about Nikes for a narrow foot. Sometimes the structure kind of adds it to be a little narrow, so I couldn't walk a full 18 with this shoe. So you get scratched. All right, what is next? So we did the Adidas, we did the Nike. So I saved the best for last. Obviously FootJoy. Almost every shoe I've ever owned has been a FootJoy, except for one pair has not been FootJoy. So we're going to start off with the Tour Alpha BOA. I've heard bad things about the BOA from people that have actually had them before. I'm sure they've worked on them and corrected them a little bit. And I like the idea of it, because I don't like to tie up laces, and I don't like laces getting untied. So click her in, and just tightens it down. Let's see, I can already see. You see that? Yeah, Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of material there from my foot. My narrow foot, regular foot, may be able to get away with it. The edges around my ankles feel okay. I could stand a little more cushion on them. I would probably be able to make it 18 with this, but it's not 100%, and when I'm gonna spend this much money, it's gotta be 100%. So the next one I'm looking at is the replacement to my current shoe, which is the Carbon Pro SL. Now the thing about this is that bottom I'm just not crazy about. After using my backup shoes to practice so much, I really like the spike feel. But let's see how these guys feel. I mean, come on. This is freaking awesome. I'm not gonna joke around on this. Super comfortable. They claim that they worked with orthopedic doctors to create an insert. So, I mean, that's gotta be worth something, but at the same time, isn't everyone? I mean, you make shoes, shouldn't you be doing that? Yeah, this is pretty slick. Feels good, fits good. I know based on, you know, my 2-year-old model that it wears good. All right, you are a contender. So, what do we have left? I'm not saying I saved the best for last, but I did. Or no, actually we got 2 left. We're going to also try the Sport LT. It's got a 1-year warranty on waterproof, and really, it's only $109, so I don't have high expectations. Isn't that crazy? $109 and I don't have high expectations? Oh wow. Those are actually pretty good. Okay, this has surprised me a little bit. So 1 year waterproof. For me, waterproof's a big deal because I do not like my socks wetted at any point. And when you play in the morning or you get in the junk like I sometimes do, you end up with wet socks, and I don't. I have to admit, there's not a lot of cushion around the ankle, but it still feels good. It's low enough that it doesn't really hit my ankle. The material forms around my toe line pretty good. It looks decent. A little white. I tend to de-whiten them pretty easily, but honestly, for $109.99, this is a pretty good option. So I would say that you are in the running, but this is why I came. The Premier Series, that is a thing of beauty. I've talked to several guys that actually are using this right now, and they love it. It's got the spikes like I want on it. Versatrax, I have no idea what that is. I wonder if it has carbon in it like my Pro Carbons do. Okay, let's get this bad boy on. So, coming in at $199. I am not sold on them. I want them to be the ones. But for $200, what do I think? I mean, they feel pretty comfortable, but I've also felt some other more comfortable ones, especially those FootJoys that were $109.99. These guys, I really like these guys. just not 100% on these, and I've got to be 100% when I'm spending $200. All right, time to retry and see what I end up with. And the winner is, yep, just going with the newer version of what I wear today. Coming in at a low price of $179. Yeah, $179.99. I really wanted these Premier series. I wanted these to be the good shoe that I thought it was. Maybe you have to break them in or something, but the way this feels, it just feels super comfortable. And look how cushiony it is around my ankles. I really like that. I really like it. It looks good. I like it in black. I just wish it had spikes, but comfort is key. And these things are crazy comfortable. So, as always, hit the like, subscribe, ding the bell notifications. And as always, keep it findable. Hey guys, welcome back. So when I got to the actual cash register, the total with taxes came up to $226.9, I don't know, something. And I'm like, whoa. I thought it was $179.99 or 98 or whatever I quoted just a second ago. And they're like, oh no, these are $209.99. Makes sense why these are the most comfortable shoes there, because they're also one of the most expensive. So when I was looking at the prices, I was looking at the Pro SL. Let's see this little fancy word, carbon. Apparently carbon's worth $30 in shoes. So the interesting thing was these shoes aren't even on their website. There was one line of them. They were tucked in between just the Pro SLs, and shame on you, Golf Galaxy, for tricking me to thinking that they were less. But you know what? These shoes are crazy comfortable. Just go try some. If you're gonna drop $210 like I did, these are the shoes. Trust me. As always, keep it findable, and leave a comment below on something that you'd like me to do a review on. Guys, take it easy.